Greetings, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Poly Weekly News. This is March 21st. Wait a minute. We weren't going to do this from here. We were going to do this live. Hold on a sec. So I'm actually here at Enterprise Connect. Shh. We're going to go see if we can walk out onto the show floor and see if we can take a look at what it's like building the Poly booth. Stay with me.
Hi, I'm Andy Mace, and I'm a product marketing manager at Poly. And what you're looking at now is the nascent version of our booth at Enterprise Connect. So let me show you around so you can get an idea, a little sneak peek of what you're going to see. So over here, this is perhaps most familiar and close to us right now is our home office workspace, where we're going to show all of our personal products working from home. On the other side, this is going to be personal products working in more of a different environment. So call centers.
Hey, how's it going?
Mark. Yes. Also, Mark is, another workspace at the trade show booth. Over here, we're going to have our headsets, actually quite an array of headsets. So you definitely want to stop by here. We will spend a lot of time talking about all our different variations.
Yeah.
On this side, we're going to have our really cool software products. So our Lens Suite, PolyLens Desktop app, and PolyLens Cloud Management. Over here, one of my favorite rooms, the focus room, because lately when I go into the office, it's really loud and I can't take any calls. Actually, the awesome office at Poly is really poppin'. Highly recommend visiting. But if you do, make sure you get into a focus room to take your calls because you will have a hard time being productive otherwise. Moving up in room size, we've got our small to medium room here. So if you're working with some people in the office, a small group, you've got a couple people in the office, a couple people remote. This is where you would be. And then we've got the cream of the crop, the large room, where we have some of our most exciting new products. So definitely you want to stop by here. Our most exciting new product, actually, one of them is X70. So you can see here we've got this really cool dual lens design and a wide lens. And there's us in the camera. Wave. Oh, wait, I'm waving down here. And its younger brother, just as powerful camera, but just a USB device, is the E70. I highly recommend stopping by this area. You're going to learn a lot, and these are really, really cool products. And also, there will be some cool people here. So please come by. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you're excited for these next couple of months. There's a lot of stuff going on. What's your return to office plan look like? Are you excited for it? Do you want to keep working remote? Please give me tips, actually, on permanent remote work, because I'm about to go permanently remote, and I would love to hear everyone's adjustments to permanent work from home life over this crazy few years.
And if they're not coming to the show, how do they find out more about Poly?
You can go to our Twitter, you can go to our website, you can go to our YouTube. We've got actually an awesome new feature that we're bringing back to our YouTube, which is Poly Weekly News. There's a little plug for our guy, David Danto.
And you're going to be on it this week.
I am, and one of the weeks in the future, too. I'm going to be famous. I'm actually becoming famous right now with this video. So please share it, like it, tweet it. We're going viral.
So while they're getting everything ready, getting the booth together, why don't we wander around the property and see who we run into, see if I can show you some of the sites.
So here I am in the Grand Plaza, or atrium, of the Gaylord Palms, where they do Enterprise Connect. And if you see behind me, right over there is the corridor everybody walks down to be able to go into the Enterprise Connect show during the course of the day. And
hey, Dave, good to see you.
David, how are you?
Good to see you.
Look who it is. It's David Maldo. Sure, sit down.
All right.
Look, you run into some of the nicest people over here. So this is David Maldo who's an analyst I've known in the industry for I think at least 15 years or 20 years. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everybody what you do.
Oh, hi, I'm David Maldo, the founder and CEO of Let's Do Video, where we're here to cover the video conferencing industry and help with your stream production.
That's the best commercial I ever heard. So how many Enterprise Connects have you been at?
I don't want to count, but about 10.
10.
10-ish.
This one's different, right? Because we haven't been here in 2.5, 3 years?
This feels so different to me. Usually I have a plan, I have my routine, I have everything down. And, this time I'm a little bit winging it. I'm kind of just want to see what's happening. Of course, I still have meetings scheduled with my old friends. I got to cover the industry. I'm going to go to all the booths that matter. I'm going to let you know what happened. But it kind of feels almost like my first EC all over again.
And it's interesting. Everything that I've been running into from the airlines that we're traveling on, and I've been to conferences over the last couple, but sporadically. This is the first really big business one in the industry. From the airlines, from the convention center, from checking in at the hotel, from getting the car, from seeing the booths build. Everything's taking twice as long as we remember. We're all completely out of practice doing this stuff.
Oh yeah, we're bad at it, and it's got harder. I used to walk up to the front and show my ID and get my registration. Now I walk up to the front. They send me to another booth to get my vaccine stuff done. Then they send me back to the front, and then I get my card. So everything takes extra steps, and yeah, we're not good at this. I feel like I got bad at driving. I'm a bad driver now. I'm a bad parker now. Everything's harder. We don't know how to do society anymore.
So let's spend a minute or two on Enterprise Connect. Obviously, the world has changed since the last time we were here, which was EC19, I think. What are the biggest changes, the themes that we're going to see reflected on the show floor, in your opinion?
Well, I think it's a little of what we've always been asking for. It's not the way we wanted to get here, for sure. But we've been saying for a long time, video works now, and it's really good. It's not the old days where you needed a tech person to get the call started 15 minutes late to the meeting. Anyone can make a video call. It's not just one or two vendors. They're all good. All the video vendors are good. All their stuff's working. Through the pandemic, we had solid calls, and what used to be, what I felt like our whole industry was about was telling the world, video's ready for you, world, start using it. Don't make your people come into work every day if they want to stay home. Don't fly for all your meetings. And the world was like, yeah, video's just in case of emergency. And now everyone's been doing video for 2 years, and it works, and now I think it's more about how to take it to the next level. It's not, can I get my call working? It's like, can we do more cool things with video if we're going to be stuck on video for the rest of our lives? What can we do with it? How can we make it even better?
And I think you're also going to start to see, and we're going to start to see at the show here, the interplay between senior management at most enterprises wanting people to come back to an office, probably more than necessary, and employees wanting to stay, work from home almost as much as they can, and with obviously exceptions on both sides. You're going to start to see that tug of war play itself out in the industry.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a battle, and part of it is real estate. If I was a CEO and I spent $1 million for $1 billion for a skyscraper, I want it full. I want to use that space, and there's still this little bit of a feeling, not as bad as it was, that if I let someone work at home, am I paying them to watch cartoons and play video games? Or are they going to work for me? I think we've solved most of that. I think we've proven it over the pandemic. A lot of, not just the workers, but the bosses are saying, my people are more productive when they're not having to spend 2 hours in a car every day driving to and from work, and they're just able to stay home and work. So there will be a battle, but I think there'll be a lot of compromise. I think a lot of workers will be like, I can come in a couple days a week if it makes you feel better to see me at work. And yeah, team bonding and actually working in person, get things more done, but you don't need to make me come in every day. And I think a lot of bosses are going to say, nah, you could work at home 3 days a week. I think it'll be hybrid. I think it'll be compromised. There'll be a lot of video.
So then a final idea on the show here. This is going to be the first time we've been able to see colleagues and competitors and get our hands on equipment that we've seen about and we've read about, but we haven't actually been able to touch it. So this is going to be a very visceral show, a very tactile show, and I'm assuming that's something you're looking forward to as well.
Yeah, it's funny, looking forward to, but a little fearful. I've been cocooned for the last 2 years. I'm one of those people that I don't want to get it. So I've been really sheltered. And now I'm out in public. I'm sitting next to you. We're not wearing masks. There's going to be.
I have my mask here. I'm just scared.
I have mine in my pocket. If that's the way everyone's going, I'm comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable with that. But I don't want to be the only one. But it is going to be good to be around people again. Even the little things, the thinking, do I need a breath mint? I didn't used to have to worry about that. I'm going to be in a room with people. I'm going to have to be, I'm going to be shaking hands. I'm going to be fist bumping. And yeah, I'm going to be touching cameras. And it's, as much as I love staying home and being on video, sometimes you need 3D. Sometimes you need 3 dimensions. You need to walk around something. You need to see it. And the one limitation of video, at least for now, is it's 2-dimensional. So yeah, I'm glad to be in real space for the first time in 2 years.
Will you be doing any coverage of the show so people can find out about, your opinions, what you saw, what went down here?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what form it'll take. I'm definitely going to be tweeting a lot. I used to write an article after every Enterprise Connect, but I really like making videos. So what I'll probably do is do a video podcast on Friday or the next Friday after I get back, and I'll try to find a few people who are here to be my guests so we can talk about the show. But I think that'll be the form of coverage. Will be something on YouTube.
Yeah, so while you're here, relax, let your hair down, give it a little color every once in a while.
Yeah, this is marketing. This is marketing. I'm the last convention I went to, other than this, was a Twitch streamer convention, where if you don't have colored hair, people look at you weird. If you're a Twitch streamer, colored hair just happens. I was going for something a little more subtle, but this is what we got. So let's see if the grown-up business world can take it.
Always the last question. How can somebody find out more about Let's Do Video and what you do?
Let'sDoVideo.com. We made it easy. Let's Do Video on Twitter. Let'sDoVideo.com on the website.
Good to see you. Thank you, Dave.
So good to see you. Thanks.
Hey, look who it is. It's Danny. Hey, Danny, say hi. Tell everybody who you are, what you do.
What's up? Danny Highsoccer with Colmanique and Hell Direct, helping people do their business better and just checking out the show. That's fine.
Danny, that's awesome. Yeah, you've been. Let me get this camera shot adjusted a little bit here. There we go. So, Danny, you've been at these Enterprise Connect shows many times, right? This is not your first one.
Oh my goodness, I've been coming to this show since it was VoiceCon. So back in the day when on-prem PBX was king, that's when I was coming to the show, and then it's evolved over the years to now it's all about the cloud.
It's amazing. It's cloud and video and all the other things. And this is going to be a different show because we haven't gotten together for about 2.5, 3 years, right?
Oh, it's been so long. I was waiting and waiting to see if they would actually have an in-person event, because this is going to be my first in-person event in over 2 years.
So tell everybody what you do at Call One.
All right, so at Call One, I'm the Senior Director of Marketing and Emerging Technology, but essentially I get paid to know things and talk about it. So I get to play with all the latest and greatest technology from all our leading partners, including Poly, and I get to test them in real-world environments and scenarios, and then share with the customers and the public.
And everybody knows when you do those tests that Poly wins all the time, right?
Yes. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, nobody's here, right? Your wife's not here. My wife's not here. Okay, we're cool. So tell me a little bit about what you expect to see at the show this year.
Well, I expect to see how organizations or these leading companies are going to help customers in this new normal of hybrid work. So as everyone is seeing, there's a huge evolution of how things are happening. From first, everyone was working from home, and now as mandates are being dropped, people are starting to move about the country. So how do you support all these teams that are working in multiple environments, in multiple locations, and have the appropriate audio and video experience regardless of where they're working from?
And your customers really do want to see those comparisons that you do, right? Because you're going to be looking at the gear and telling everybody how, not necessarily saying what's good or bad, but just how they stack up against each other.
Oh yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to actually be doing a whole lot of that. So I'm going to be going through all the different booths. I'm going to be checking out all the different technology that's out there. And I might even do some mic test comparisons right from the show floor.
I think that's going to be awesome. What do you think about finally getting back together with people that you haven't seen in these many years, and just what it means to be, tactile in person, touching gear and hugging and shaking hands?
I absolutely love it. It's been so long. I love working remote, don't get me wrong, but I think it's so important and so vital for people to actually get together and collaborate in person and just bounce ideas off each other. There's nothing better than that. You can kind of do it in video, but it's nothing like being in person.
All right, so one last time, let everybody know how they can find your stuff and get in touch with you and follow what you do.
All right, so you can just look me up anywhere at Danny Hayasaka, or you can follow our YouTube channel or subscribe to it, youtube.com/Colmanique.
And Danny, I'm going to make sure that we always retweet the link to your YouTube shows. You're going to do the same for Poly Weekly News, right?
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Everybody wants that show.
Great seeing you. Thanks very much for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much, David.
So let's go take a look and see how the booth came out. Well, it's not done yet, but it's definitely taking shape. We can take a quick walk through. Obviously, some of the equipment's locked up for the night. But it looks like the stations are built. The room systems are up. And it's going to be a terrific show. So that's it for this week's edition of Poly Weekly News, giving you a little bit of a behind-the-scenes tour of what goes on coming back to Enterprise Connect 2022. Be with us for our show next week when Katie will be the host, and she will be interviewing Brent and Rupam to talk about what happened here at Enterprise Connect, all the themes, all the stories, and all the things that went on behind the scenes. So for everybody at Poly and Poly Weekly News, my name is David Danto. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.